After mounting complaints by cattle farmers, the Ministry of Agriculture has announced improved measures to its tagging program. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green provided details at the launch at the 128th General Meeting of the Jamaica Agricultural Society JAS at the Denby Showgrounds in Clarendon Wednesday.
Cattle farmers can now breathe a sigh of relief following an announcement by the Ministry of Agriculture that it will be rolling out a series of measures to address the growing backlog in cattle tagging. The measures include expanding the service, increasing the supply of identification tags, recruiting community assistance, and the introduction of a temporary arrangement to facilitate the transport of eligible animals for slaughter. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green said the initiatives are intended to meet the surge in demand for cattle tagging while ensuring legitimate farmers can continue their operations. And as part of the effort, 6 new animal technicians will join the Veterinary Services Division, FSD, over the next 4 weeks.
And we're going to deploy them to the parishes where we're having the biggest challenges. Additionally, sometimes the issue is not just the veterinary officer and the animal technician, but to get people to restrain the animals sometimes poses a problem. So we're going to be hiring 100 community assistants to work with the Veterinary Services Division to go into the communities to help the farmers restrain the animals so that we can have a more efficient system.
Minister Green also assured farmers that the ministry has taken steps to maintain an adequate supply of cattle.
We have an order for an additional 130,000 tags that will come by the first week in August, and that is in addition to 20,000 tags that we just got about 2 weeks ago. So tag won't be the issue.
Additionally, the minister announced that during July and August, the ministry will implement a temporary arrangement to allow legitimate farmers who have experienced difficulties getting their animals tagged to transport those animals for slaughter. The measure is intended to reduce the backlog while ensuring farmers and butchers can continue their business.
So the Agricultural Protection Branch is working with RADA to work out the protocol around that. It will require that you notify the police. It will require that you have your receipts. You're still going to need receipts. And it will only be for a set time period.
The minister also urged farmers not to wait until they are ready to sell an animal before arranging for it to be tagged. Aliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
And it's time for a break here on the Midday News, but do stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. A St. Anne family is appealing for the public's help to locate a missing relative. Owen Hamilton, otherwise called Teacher of Steertown, has been missing since Saturday. Reported that Mr. Hamilton left home about 9 a.m. to attend a grave digging in Bamboo. Several people reportedly saw him at the gathering, but no one has been able to say when or how he left the location.
Saturday went by, he didn't come home that night. Sunday went by, he didn't come home that night. And I understand on Monday is when his common law partner reported it to the Sentence Bay Police. The family is very distraught, very concerned, considering that it's now day 5 since he was last seen. And we are very worried. And we're hoping that some positive news can come up out of this. But we're very concerned, very worried.
Anyone with information on Mr. Hamilton's whereabouts is being urged to contact the Steertown Police, the Bamboo Police in St. Anne, or the nearest police station. It is now time for the Business Minute.
The
Jamaica Stock Exchange's regional fixed income market closed modestly higher on Thursday, with all major bond and money market indices recording gains. According to the latest data from the JSE bond indices, the Caribbean Investment Grade Index advanced 0.04%, marking the strongest percentage increase among the tracked indices. The Caribbean Stock Index, the Jamaica Global Bond Index, and the JSE Money Market Index also moved higher. The bond market, government of Jamaica US dollar denominated securities, continued to trade above par value. Further afield, the jet fuel prices are down, so why do many airfares remain high? Head of Delta Airlines, Ed Bastian, says air travel demand is still strong and that supply and demand drives airfares. Delta's second quarter earnings report showed its airfares rose 11 to 12%. That same time, due to Iran war, fuel prices for the airline spiked 75% compared to the year prior. But Delta projects its fuel cost will be down 20% in this quarter. Bastian says the current airfares are sustainable. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Antonia Atkinson.
Only a time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency and the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPA have renewed their partnership to strengthen regional disaster response and public health resilience. The agreement was signed during the recent CARICOM summit in Barbados. Now, officials say the renewed partnership will improve coordination during emergencies, strengthen health systems, and better prepare the region to respond to hurricanes, disease outbreaks, and other emerging threats. And on the international scene, millions of people living with HIV could soon face uncertainty as more than 120 US-funded global HIV and AIDS programs are set to expire at the end of September. Analysts say the programs, administered by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, support more than 8.7 million patients worldwide, many of them in Africa. It remains unclear how services will continue after October 1. The funding deadline comes as the Trump administration shifts oversight of the president's emergency plan for AIDS relief from the CDC to the U.S. State Department. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aaliyah Bryant.
Thank you, Aaliyah. We now head to our final break. When we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.